It goes by many names, including the long ball, the tater, the blast, the jack, the four-bagger, and the round tripper. Yes, the home run is arguably the most exciting play in baseball, and in this information-heavy smartphone age, it's no surprise there's now an app that tries to predict home run potential based on the weather. Called Home Run Weather, it was developed by a Penn State meteorology and Weather World alum and uses local observations and forecasts to compute a home run favorability index from 0 to 10 for every major league game, where the higher the number, the better the weather for hitting home runs. The science behind this is that the less dense the air, the longer a baseball should fly, all else being equal, and air density depends strongly on temperature and moisture. The warmer and moister the air, the lower the density. Wind direction and speed are also taken into account. Now, to compute the home run index, data from 4 previous seasons of Phillies games at Citizens Bank Park was used to relate the number of home runs to various weather quantities. The best correlation was with temperature, the second best with dew point. Wind was included by considering the layout of the ballpark with respect to the wind direction and speed. This training data set was combined with a modified trajectory model from NASA, essentially an equation that estimates how far a ball will travel based on temperature, humidity, air pressure, and the drag experienced by a batted ball. The Home Run Weather app doesn't factor in the size of the ballpark, the pitchers or batters, or even altitude, which matters a lot in Colorado. And in stadiums with retractable roofs, such as in Phoenix and Houston, the index is computed assuming outdoor conditions with an open roof, which isn't always the case. Even with these limitations, the app has grabbed some media attention. It was used live on the air of the Major League Baseball Network's MLB Tonight Show at the end of last season, and the app was recently featured online in articles in the Washington Post and Philadelphia Inquirer. 2012 was the first year the index was tested, and here's the results averaged over the whole season. You're looking at predicted home run index plotted against the number of home runs hit, and generally speaking, the higher the index, the more home runs. Now, if you fit a line to this data, it looks like this. It certainly has the right slope. Here's another way to look at it. Low home run index values of 0 to 3 averaged less than 1.5 home runs per game. Index values of 4 to 7 averaged almost 2. And high home run index values of 8 to 10 averaged about 2.5 homers per game. So there is some predictive value here. Now, I'm a Pirates fan, and yes, I know it's been a rough 20 years. But just for fun, I computed the home run index for the 5 Pirate games since the All-Star break. All were warm and humid days. The index was 9 or 10 for each. There were 14 total home runs, which is an average of 2.8 home runs per game, consistent with the numbers we just looked at. Fred is back next with the extended forecast.